Being somebody who works with agency owners personally, runs a community who has over thousands of members, the number one by far question, statement, or issue that these guys have is the ability to not only start but grow an IG page successfully and almost guaranteed. And I know a lot of guys will say that, oh, this is just more YouTube crap. You can't guarantee results, which I will agree with you on that, but you can almost ensure a guaranteed result based on my own statistics. And for all the people that are going to watch this video and do the things that I tell them to, you're going to see that this strategy almost guarantees growth on Instagram pages. Of course, you still have to have good content. You still have to look into the analytics. There's more to this to grow it to 10, 20, 30,000 followers. But if you're having issues getting started, getting your first 1,000 to 5,000 followers, getting your first consistent 2,000 views on Reels, watch this video because I'm going to be giving away my exact setup system that I use in all of my creators' pages. So let's not waste any more time. Let's switch over to the MacBook and get right into this breakdown. All right, boys. So right before we get into the breakdown, I first want to establish my credibility in this industry just because I know there's so many fakes. There's tons of guys who just will say that they do this for real, say that they do XYZ just to sell a course. So this is in the last 7 days of the agency, we've done a little over 31,000. Honestly, not where I want my results to be. This is a low month. We're having, in all honesty, compared to months like July and June, we haven't really been hitting those numbers. August was our first fall off month. We're usually trying to hit around $200,000 to $250,000 per month at the moment. But as you can see, in the last 7 days, we're still grinding 31K. So let's get right into the breakdown. Also, really quickly, you can see that from one of our Instagram pages that we've used this exact strategy that I'm going to show you. We've generated over $155,000. And this is honestly a new creator. This creator has been active with us for about 3 months now. So 155 divided by 3. That's going to be 51K a month after starting OF from scratch. And this is only from Instagram. So she's making around 50,000 purely from Instagram, not counting her total earnings, the messages, the full A through Z of what she's earning. She's doing around 100K per month right now. But you can see Instagram is a powerhouse, and I'm going to explain to you how to grow your Instagram account in the first 24 hours, because I do believe this is the problem that a lot of guys have is they get into Instagram, they start making the accounts, and they're stuck from there. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to grow. They're using every little strategy that these online gurus tell them. And to be quite frank, they're ass and it won't work. But let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the breakdown. So as you can see, in 24 hours, we got an account from 80 followers to 14,000 followers. Now, just because I'm insanely transparent on this channel, this is actually not true. Just looks better for the actual graphic that she's at 14K. I believe 24 hours after we started this strategy, she hit around 3K followers to 4K followers. This was just a screenshot that I had currently. I didn't have any screenshots of her right after the account was done using this promo strategy. But you can see this was probably in now a 5-week span that she got to 14K followers, which is something a lot of you guys can't even do. So even if I change this to 5 weeks, it still would be impressive to most of you. So all in all, she started averaging around 2,000 views on her reels after 24 hours. So a lot of you guys I know are already asking how. You want to know immediately. But first, let me tell you what I hear 24/7. I hear you guys, since in the Telegram communities, the personal agencies that I coach, everything in between. I can't scale my marketing. How do I warm up my IG page? My models page is stuck at 200 views. How do I grow my traffic? Marketing is the sole problem in this industry. And the essentialness of it is if you can guarantee traffic, you can guarantee money. That's just how this industry works. OnlyFans is a very high converting platform. If you can get people on the page and subscribed, you're almost guaranteed to make money. So all of these questions and statements will be resolved in this video itself. Now, of course, I'm not going to break down A through Z of my strategy in the whole 3 months of running it, because systems and strategies, when I talk about guarantees, it's something that's built over time. It's not anything that these YouTube guys will make it seem that 1 week of doing this will work and you'll get thousands and thousands of followers. This, however, is that. This is a 48-hour process / strategy. But when I say that I can guarantee Instagram results for clients, I am talking about month 1 implementing this strategy, and then 3 weeks down the road implementing my second, then 5 weeks down the road, so on and so forth until she becomes a high ticket influencer. So For this strategy, however, this is going to benefit you guys because it will show you how I start my Instagram pages, how I grow my Instagram pages, and how I'm thinking about it the whole way through whilst ensuring results. And no, this is not 100% organic. This will involve a little bit of paid ads and also some very tactical analyzing as far as the ads, but you can simple it down. So I have been nice enough to simple this out into a 3-step process so you can thank me later, just for you guys to get a really good grasp on it. So step 1, like I said, it's a super simple process. First, you're going to create the IG page. Everyone knows it. Either you buy the account, you warm up the account, or if the model already has an IG page, this strategy actually won't work unless it's a very new account, like 400 to 500 followers or less. But all in all, get an IG account and be ready to do some work on it. Now, from there, you're going to warm up. This is total bullshit. Everyone in the industry talks about warm up this, warm up that. That's not true. Our warm up is just adding a profile picture, bio, following individuals in the US, engaging with people in the US, or known as being normal. So everyone who tells you that there is a 7-step, 7-day warm-up process for Instagram, click off their YouTube, click off their page. It's only for very, very hard precaution that you don't want to get banned. But honestly, if you go too in-depth in a warm-up process, as in spending time and time again trying to get it perfect, in all honesty, you'll probably end up with worse results than somebody who just did it normally, added a profile picture and bio the first day. Obviously, don't add the link the first day, but just be normal, warm up the account. From there, you're going to post. Now, you're probably already thinking, wow, this is the simplest process ever to grow Instagram accounts. And I would agree with you, but we're going to get into some pretty tactical parts in a second here. But before we move on to step 2, I want to say that if you guys don't have an A-tier model, this strategy won't work, or at least won't work as well for you. You'll understand what I mean by that later. Now, step 2, you're going to, once you have 5 to 20 posts, private the account. So post your pictures, 2 to 3 posts, maybe a couple reels, nothing insane though. After that, private the account, just make sure that it's optimized. From there, you're going to use promo accounts and model to model. What I mean by this is when searching for promo accounts, you guys need to be very, very detailed in who you buy promo from and how much. I would not buy promo from those baby pages that gets millions of followers but only 20K views and all the comments are just emojis or in another language. That's not where you're going to get the best results from. Where you're going to get the best results is if you promo from a niche specific account. So if your model, let's say, has huge breasts, I would go into the search for Instagram and I would look up specific accounts for models with big breasts. So look up things like Milkers, Milk City, Big Breast Babe, something like that, right? You want to be niche specific because that's already making your audience size, one, smaller, but also more converting because you know that the audience of that page will also like your model. Or you can use my preferred method of model to model. And so again, with this, you want to be niche specific. And this is what we actually did in this case of the model's earnings that I was showing you earlier, is this model does have specifically big breasts. So we went to a couple of models. I think we picked out like 20 and we DM'd them asking for a $500 promo on their story where they added us and said something of a CTA to gravitate all of the audience to our page. We had 2 girls reply and we paid them on the spot and had the post up that day. So once we had those posts up and everything was running smoothly, we waited 12 to 24 hours or until we hit 1,000 follow requests minimum. With this model, we actually got around 2,500 follow requests just because it's an A-tier model. And this is where the model quality does come into play, because if you have a model who is very low quality and won't cause insane engagement, then you're not going to see or yield the same results. But if your model is A-tier quality, like I always say to sign, you will yield the same, if not in some cases better results. So that brings us on to step 3. Once you're on step 3, unprivate the account and accept all the requests. Now you're going to have around 1,000 to XYZ amount of individuals who have followed your account, and Instagram prioritizes them to see your content because obviously they are your followers. So what we're going to use with that is posting reels. One, you're immediately going to see more engagement. This is also something I want to talk about. Don't fuck this part up. If you post reels immediately and it is low quality or it's not that that good of a reel, you could ruin your whole engagement there. The real sauce and strategy comes into play is when these followers interact with that first reel or second reel that you post very heavily. What that tells Instagram is all of these new followers that came to this model's page are loving the content, and that's going to prompt the algorithm to send it out to more people. So what we do is actually have a dedicated reel or two to post after we run this promo. We make sure it has hooks, very high quality, one of the best reels that we will take the most time attending to and making sure it is worthy to go viral. Now, if you want to captivate it on it even more, post one post that's very high quality. And when I say high quality, I basically mean explore page optimized. And what that means is clean background, very high quality image. The model is doing a very clean pose, and you can promote this and target the explore page via ads. And so you can either do this the in-house way with the Instagram boosting, or you can do it through Meta Business ads or anything like that. Now, I know this is probably one of the most simple processes, but if you actually listen to this entire thing and did it, this is what it should look like. So this is the simple as fuck breakdown. It's very simple. Warm up the account. Like I said, you're engaging. You're not doing anything weird. You're just liking, following, engaging with people's posts, posting yourself, and making the account. From there, you're privating the account. And by the way, really quickly, when you private the account, you should have 100 to 200 followers. And now you may be asking, Griffin, how the hell am I going to get 100, 200 followers if I'm not doing anything to get organic following yet? Simple actions like follow and follow, or commenting on people's posts, or DMing people. Yes, this is going to take some time, but if you're working with a brand new account, that's the workload that you have to do. You can put a VA on this for $100. Now, once you have that, promote the account. So like I said earlier, going into the search bar, looking up niche specific promo accounts, using them, paying them, or my preferred way of model to model promo, using the same models in your niche, look like you, and offering big bucks for story post. Now, once you've got that and they've added you, they started following your account, unprivate and post. Like I said, very high quality. This is something that is explore page worthy. It's only 2 images, clear background, very high quality, and it looks great. From there, with that great post, promote the post. And you can do this with reels too, but we actually see higher yielding results when we do it for posts dedicated to go to the explore page. And like I said, you can do this either through Meta Business ads right over here, or you can just do it in the in-house with the boost post feature. So it's very simple, and I wanted to make a emphasis on how simple it was, just because everyone overcomplicates it. Like, it's the simple fact that everyone in this industry has a want and this fighting urge that they need to do 60 things in order to see results. This is social media. If you made an account today, you wouldn't be doing all of this to grow. You'd probably be doing what I'm showing you. It's just so right under your guys' noses, you don't even think about it. So that has been the breakdown. If you guys want some more personal help on your Instagram or in anything else, or once you ask me for feedback directly, you can join my free Telegram. Link is in the description. We have thousands of agency owners inside of there, and we host weekly calls every single Friday. I actually have one in 2 hours. You can see the date right there is, if it'll focus, it is Friday, September 19th. I have a call in 2 hours. We host these calls for free for everyone to come in and join, ask me questions, live Q&A. I cover specific topics, and I even give out some free SOPs and other things during the call. So if that's something you're interested in, amazing. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I appreciate all of you for watching. As always, it's been Griffin. I'll see you guys in the next video, and peace.